Let's turn the clock back one more time, and now we take a bigger leap. 500 years, all the way to 1526. We visited 1926, 1826, and 1726. But 1526 is a different world entirely, the world of the Renaissance. So settle in and drift back with me, 5 centuries, into an age of art and discovery, faith and fear. There are no machines, no engines, no electricity, and there won't be for centuries. Life runs on muscle, wind, and fire. It is a world of knights and cathedrals, of new maps and old superstitions, beautiful, brutal, and utterly unlike our own. This is Europe, 500 years ago. Let's take a look around. Morning begins cold and dark, for there is no light but fire, and no easy way to make it. There are no matches. You strike flint on steel over dry tinder, and patiently blow a spark into flame. Light comes from tallow candles and rushlights, dim and smoky, and far too precious to waste. When the sun sets, the world goes dark, and most people are asleep not long after. The streets have no lighting at all, only the moon and the lantern you carry yourself. The house is built of timber, mud, and thatch, and glass in the window is a luxury only the rich can afford. In the middle of the room burns an open hearth, its smoke drifting up to a hole in the roof, for chimneys are still rare. That fire is heat, light, and kitchen all at once, and it is guarded through the night and never allowed to die. You cook over the flames in a pot on an iron hook, in a room forever hazed with wood smoke. Water is carried home by the bucket from a well or a stream, and it is very often unclean. So people drink ale or watered wine instead, even the children, because the water can carry disease. There is no bathroom and no running water. You wash rarely, and a full bath is a rare event indeed. Waste is thrown into a pit or into the street, and the towns are cramped, filthy, and ripe for sickness. The floor is strewn with rushes, swept out when they grow foul, and fleas and lice are a simple fact of life. To keep food, you salt it, smoke it, and dry it, for there is no other way to hold off the rot. And it is a fragile world. One poor harvest can tip a whole region into hunger. Nearly everyone works the land, by hand, from dawn to dusk, ruled by the seasons and the weather. Oxen and horses pull the plow, grain is cut with the sickle and beaten out with the flail. The only machines anywhere are the windmill and the watermill, grinding the grain to flour. In the towns, skilled trades are ruled by the guilds, and to master a craft, you serve long years as an apprentice. Children work as soon as they can, and are often sent away young to serve in another household. Cloth is spun and woven at home by hand, and a single garment is the work of many careful days. For almost everyone, your station in life is set at birth, from the great lord down to the humblest serf. To travel, you walk, and most people never go far from the village where they were born. For distance, you ride, or you creep along rough tracks that turn to mud in the rain. The roads are dangerous, thick with robbers, so you travel in company and never after dark. To cross the sea, you trust the wind and a wooden ship, and a voyage takes many weeks. And here, the world is changing faster than anywhere else, for this is the great age of discovery. Just 4 years ago, a single battered ship completed the first voyage all the way around the globe. For the first time in history, humankind has proven that you can sail around the entire world and come home. European ships are reaching the Americas, Africa, and Asia, and the map is being redrawn almost every year. It is an age of astonishing wonder, and, in its shadow, of conquest, and the first cruel stirrings of the Atlantic slave trade. The known world has suddenly, dizzyingly, doubled in size. And an even greater revolution is quietly underway, one made not of ships, but of paper and ink. The printing press, still young, is spreading fast, and for the first time books can be made quickly and cheaply. Ideas that once crawled from one hand-copied manuscript now race across Europe in printed pamphlets and books. Ordinary people are learning to read, and a single printed page can now stir up a whole country. To send a private letter, you still write with a quill by candlelight, seal it with wax, and wait days for a reply. There is no telegraph, no telephone. News travels only as fast as a rider or a ship can carry it. In the towns, the crier still rings his bell and calls the news aloud for those who cannot yet read. But the printed word is changing everything, and it is about to shake the very foundations of Europe. Food is plain and follows the seasons: dark bread, thick pottage, cheese, and what the garden gives. Meat is a luxury for most, and on a poor table it appears only on the greatest feast days. There is no tea, no coffee, no potato, and no tobacco yet. Those are still to come. You drink ale, wine, or mead. But strange new foods are trickling in from the New World, and at the grandest tables, a bitter new drink appears: chocolate. Spices carried across the oceans, pepper, cinnamon, cloves, are worth their weight in silver. You buy from the market, the baker, and the butcher, all of whom you know by name. And nothing keeps for long, so shopping is a daily task, and to waste food is a sin no one can afford. A gentle warning now: to fall ill in 1526 is a frightening thing, for no one knows that germs exist. Physicians still believe the body is ruled by 4 humors, and read the stars to decide how to treat you. So a doctor may bleed you, purge you, or consult the planets before he offers any cure at all. For teeth, bones, and wounds, you visit the barber surgeon, who cuts hair and flesh with the same blade. And over everything hangs the plague, which still returns to empty whole towns of the living. There are no true remedies, only herbs, charms, and prayer, and a great deal of patient suffering. Life is short and fragile. Many children never grow up, and to reach old age is a rare blessing. And yet, this is one of the most dazzling ages in all of human history, the height of the Renaissance. In the cities of Italy and beyond, artists are painting and sculpting with a beauty the world has never seen. They have rediscovered the learning of ancient Greece and Rome, and unlocked the secret of perspective in art. Scholars called humanists are asking bold new questions about man, nature, and the world around them. But the heavens, they still believe, turn around the earth. The idea that the earth moves is yet to come. And faith rules everything, until, just a few years ago, a single monk's protest split it wide open. The Reformation has begun, and thanks to the printing press, it is spreading like wildfire across the continent. For the first time in 1,000 years, Western Christendom is tearing itself in two, Catholic against Protestant. It will bring new ideas, new freedoms, and a century of bitter religious war. For 1526 is also an age of near-constant war, fought by kings, mercenaries, and hired armies. On the battlefield, the armored knight on horseback is fading into legend. Gunpowder has changed everything. The cannon can shatter a castle wall, and the humble gun can drop a mounted lord. Ranks of pikemen and gunners now win the day, and a peasant with a firearm can kill a nobleman in armor. The great age of the knight, of the sword and the shield, is quietly coming to an end. And from the east, a powerful new force is pressing hard against Europe, the Ottoman Empire. This very year, at a great battle on a Hungarian field, an Ottoman army shatters a Christian kingdom. The map of power itself is shifting, and no one can be sure what the world will look like next. In the street, the fashions are rich and strange. The wealthy wear slashed velvet doublets, fur-trimmed gowns, and flat feathered caps. There are no ruffs yet, and no wigs. Men wear their hair long and their beards proud. The poor wear rough, undyed wool, patched and passed down until it wears away to nothing. Society is a rigid ladder, believed to be ordered by God, and to climb out of your place is almost unthinkable. Money is coins of gold and silver, weighed and bitten to test, as a river of new silver begins to pour in from the Americas. Time is kept by the church bell, the sundial, and the hourglass. Clocks are rare, and none of them keep good time. So 1526 sits at a great turning point. The medieval world is ending, and the modern world is being born. The globe has been circled, the church has been split, the knight is giving way to the gun, and printed ideas are racing everywhere. It is an age of wonders and terrors, all tangled together, lit by candle and fire. As night falls, the last candle is snuffed to save it, and the house sinks into a darkness we can barely imagine. Outside, the sky blazes with countless stars, and the only sounds are the wind and the settling of the fire. And still, in that firelit dark, people laughed and sang and loved and hoped exactly as we do. The same hearts as ours, 500 years ago. That was Europe, 5 centuries back. Next time, we take our biggest leap yet, 1,000 years, to around 1026, deep into the age of castles and knights. If you're enjoying these journeys, please subscribe and come along. And every like, comment, and share truly helps this channel grow. Thanks for traveling back with me, traveler. Rest easy, and we'll rewind again soon.